everybody, welcome to this short and sweet yin practice. We have just 3 poses to release the spine, chill out, get the mind a little more calm. Grab yourself a couple of cushions. If you want to put some extra layers on, grab a blanket to make your shavasana more cozy. Then please feel free to. We are going to start just seated. Have your props to hand and we'll get going. We're going to begin with our seated forward fold. So at the top of your mat, just stretch out the legs ahead of you. Have them comfortably apart. They don't have to be all the way side by side. Now, if your lower back is feeling a little tight today, you're going to grab one of your cushions and just come and sit on it. Place it underneath those sit bones. This gives a little bit of height to your hips and will help tilt the pelvis forwards into your fold. If you can, kind of shuffle towards the front edge of your cushion. Once the legs are outstretched, take the arms forwards, one hand either side of each leg, and just start to relax over the legs, allowing a softness to come into the shoulders and into the head. Now, if the legs are a little bit tight today as well, if the hang of the body just feels a little bit too intense, grab another cushion, or if you don't need to sit on one, you could layer them up. Just place that cushion on top of your thighs. You're going to lift your chest, extend the arms over the top, and start to relax on top of the cushion. So using the cushion as support under your chest. And this will just mean that gravity is not being too heavy, too intense on your upper body, which will kind of affect the intensity of the stretch down the back of the legs. Close your eyes, relax your head, and just start to arrive into this practice. So as you take a few deep breaths in, few deep breaths out, just start to notice your body and the breath moving around your body. Notice if the breath gets a little sticky anywhere, those areas of tightness. And see if you can just kind of gently relax and open those spaces to allow the breath to move more freely. This is also your opportunity to close off from the outside world just for 15 minutes, a short break from what's going on off your mat. With every exhale, using that out breath to just send any busyness in your mind, any thoughts that are swirling around. Let the exhale just carry those breaths away, those thoughts away with the breath. Continue to relax over your lower body. Shoulders away from the ears. Neck is relaxed. Head is dropping down. Your yin practice is an opportunity to be still, to slow your heart rate down, to release tightness from your body, and any anxieties, any stress from your mind. We hold the poses for a longer amount of stillness, just to allow the depth of the pose to slowly open under gravity, under the weight of our own body, under the breath. Continue to relax as we maintain this pose for 1 more minute. Seeing if you can allow any more softness down the legs, relaxing all the way to the toes, perhaps even that space between your eyebrows. Feeling a lengthening all the way around the back body. Coming into your final 30 seconds, that is a handful of breaths. This is where you want to just try and completely let go of the pose, completely surrender to the shape. Final 3 breaths. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the nose. Take your final deep breath in, all the way through the exhale, before you begin to slowly move, releasing the shape. Use your hands, slowly lift your head. Lose any props, just move them off to one side. Keep them in touching distance. Lean back and just have a little shake of the knees. What might feel nice now, which will lead us into our next 2 shapes, is to just roll side to side with the knees. Once you've enjoyed a little twist, you're going to lift your bum, come off any cushion underneath you there if you had one to hand. Straighten out the legs. We're going to come to lie down. Final couple of poses, really nice supine twist, just to get a little more space down the spine. Bringing the cushions to your left-hand side, about level with your hips, and you can adjust this once you're on the floor in your twist. Coming to lie down gently on your back. Bring knees up towards your chest and just give yourself a little hug, maybe a little rock side to side. And then when you're ready, the knees are going to gently roll over to the left-hand side and adjust your cushions right next to you. So your knees softly fall onto your cushions. Left hand gently rests on top of the right knee, and the right arm opens out to the right hand side, dropping the right shoulder towards the floor. Now notice if you need a little more depth in this twist. If you do, you can simply just reduce the height of your cushions. So maybe take one cushion out so you're getting it a little lower. If the spine is pretty open, you could always have no cushions and just rest on the floor. Feel the breath heavy into your right shoulder. And this is where you want that right shoulder blade connecting to the floor, drawing down your back. Soften into your tummy. So we're relaxing the middle of the spine. And then also feel like your hips and your legs are also relaxing. The breath just moving softly up and down the spine. A nice option here to finish. Turn the head over to the right hand side. Twisting is a really nice way to release any kind of discomfort, any sensitivities in the lower back, especially when we do it in a yin practice where we are supported, we are really conscious when we arrive into the shape, listening to the body and working with props to create the shape that is the depth that suits the stretch that we feel is available to us. With yin, The longer we stay in the pose, the deeper the pose naturally becomes without us even trying. So don't feel like you have to go all the way to maximum. That just happens naturally over the course of the remaining minute and a half. Just let the breathing be soft, be long. Taking these moments just to chill out. Take a pause from what's going on off your mat. Nearly there on this side. 4 or 5 breaths just to completely melt into the twist. No rush to finish. When you're ready, we start to release, lifting the knees up into the center. Use your hands to help. Roll onto your back and just send both legs straight down along the floor. Stretch them out. Maybe a nice big stretch with the arms overhead as well. Just find neutral. And then we're going to swap sides. Knees come back into the chest. And as you do that, just swap the side of your cushion, or if you know you need two to pile them up, the cushion moves over to the right hand side next to your hips. Take a breath in, give yourself a hug, and then roll the knees over to the right hand side. Again, right hand just rests on the legs. The left arm stretches out to the side. The closer the knees are to your chest towards that right armpit, the deeper the twist is going to feel. So you can use that adjustment to make stretch here at the beginning a little more or a little less, depending on how the lower back feels. Relax into that left shoulder blade drawing down your back, and then just let it go. Imagine that there is a gentle hand on that left shoulder, just softly, gently adding weight towards the ground. You might choose again to turn the head over towards the left-hand side, just kind of really finishes off the twist right at the very top of the spine. And then we pause, close your eyes, and just enjoy this moment to be still. Feeling the outer hips soften, the breath nice and easy around your tummy and chest, the shoulders away from the ears. Twisting is a lovely opportunity to help realign the spine, kind of wiggles out any air gaps in the vertebra, kind of helps us get back to equal both sides up and down the spine. Doing really well. We got just one more minute. Breathe into the pose, relax into this moment. Finding those last 3 or 4 breaths. Imagine you've got a weighted blanket on top of you. Just sink into the ground. When you're ready, start to lift the knees. Take your time, bringing the knees back to your chest. And again, just go for a full stretch. Actively send the legs long, reach the arms up and over. Stretch it out, breathing in, breathing out. Bring the hands back down. Take a little bend into the knees. We arrive into Shavasana. If you would like to, grab your cushions, place one under each knee, and then stretch the legs straight out over the top. Grab your blankets, extra layers, whatever you've got to make this cozy. Hands rest wherever feels most comfortable. Today, I'm going to choose one hand on my tummy, one hand on my chest. Connect to your breath as you relax into the floor. These final moments here in stillness, just to yourself. Take a nice big deep breath in through your nose, opening the mouth to sigh that breath away. As your awareness comes back into your space, back into the room, add a wiggle of fingers and a wiggle of toes to come back into your body. Take a big stretch, reach your arms up and overhead. From there, give yourself one last hug, knees to chest, before gently rolling your knees all the way over to one side, and just take a pause there. At the final chime, sit up. Come to a comfortable seated position, maybe leave the eyes closed. Perhaps using one of your cushions as a seat. To finish your practice, give yourself one calming breath, breathing in through your nose and softly out the mouth. Close your palms together at the heart center. Thank yourself for the time, the energy you've given it to your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. There is more on my collective coming soon, and lots already available. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in another class soon.